I'm Marilyn.
Standing in the middle of my brand new photography studio in downtown Seattle, sunlight streaming through the large windows, I can't help but think back to that fateful day that changed my life. The $40,000 settlement money, which my family once said I didn't deserve, now surrounds me in the form of high-end cameras, professional lighting, and a space full of possibilities. It all started when I went to my mom's house. Mom, in her 60s, was always a bit scatter-brained when it came to technology. She called me over to help her with a new banking app on her phone. As I reached for her phone on the table, a group chat notification popped up. The Thompson Inner Circle. I saw my sisters, Lily, 28, and Violet, 26, chatting. Lily was complaining about Violet's fashion design business plan, and my heart skipped a beat. Scrolling up, I found the real bombshell. Grandma Rose, who passed away 6 months ago, left a $120,000 trust fund. Mom had confirmed that Lily would use $60,000 for her kids' private school tuition, and Violet would take the other $60,000 to expand her fashion studio. They agreed not to tell me because they thought I, with my stable accounting career, didn't need the money. I remembered all the times I'd been the reliable one. When I was 18, I'd stayed up all night to fix Dad's investment blunders. While Lily and Violet went out partying, I was hunched over tax forms, making sure our family's finances were in order. Dad, a 62-year-old retired mechanic, always praised me for being responsible, but it seemed that was all they saw in me, a useful tool, not a daughter. I quickly put the phone back as Mom returned with 2 glasses of iced tea. For the next half hour, I guided her through the app setup, my voice steady, but inside, I was seething. When we finished, Mom said, "You're such a gem, Marilyn. What would we do without you?" I forced a smile and left. Driving home, I thought about my life. I'd always put my family first, sacrificing my own desires. I loved photography, but Mom thought it was a waste of money, and Lily and Violet said it was too technical and not real art. That night, I couldn't sleep. I logged into our family cloud storage, which I'd set up and paid for so Lily could store her kids' photos and Violet could save her design sketches. There, I found the trust documents. Reading them, I realized Mom had full discretion over the distribution. Legally, she could do as she pleased, but morally, it was a blatant act of exclusion. I called my friend Mark, who was in the legal field. He advised me to get a lawyer if I suspected bad faith. The next morning, I sent a calm, professional email to Mom asking for a copy of the trust documents for my financial planning. Her reply was dismissive, suggesting we discuss it at Sunday dinner, 2 days after the money would be distributed. Lily texted me, scolding me for bothering Mom about legal matters. She said Mom got confused by financial jargon and that I was being too intense about money. It was the classic gas lighting I was used to. But this time, I didn't back down. I calmly told her I was just asking for a standard financial document. I decided to call a family dinner and announced it in the family group chat. At the dinner, the atmosphere was tense. Dad rambled about his fishing trips, Lily boasted about her kids' achievements, and Violet talked about her upcoming fashion show. When I finally said, "I know about the inner circle and the trust fund," the room went silent. Lily was the first to recover. She said, "Marilyn, you're so successful. Tuition for private school is so expensive, and Violet needs to grow her business. This is about real need. Don't be selfish." Mom fidgeted with her napkin and said they didn't want to make it awkward for me, and legally, she was in charge. Dad told me not to be disrespectful, saying it was a family decision. I stood up calm but firm. A family decision made without me, the one who's always kept your lives in order? I said. Then I walked out, leaving them stunned. Back home, I documented the whole dinner conversation and sent it, along with the trust documents, to a probate lawyer Mark recommended. The lawyer said they had the legal edge on the discretionary clause, but the memo showed clear bad faith. I offered a fair settlement, my 1/3 share, $40,000, in exchange for releasing Mom from further claims. They didn't respond for hours. Then, on Thursday morning, Violet posted on Instagram, crying in the photo and captioning it, I'm trying to follow my dreams, but my sister is trying to take my funding away. The comments were full of people criticizing me. Lily and Dad also started texting me, accusing me of causing trouble. But I took screenshots of everything and sent them to my lawyer. My lawyer then sent an email to Mom and her lawyer, stating that due to their public smear campaign, I was now asking for $40,000 plus legal fees and damages, a total of $45,000, or I'd contest the whole distribution in probate court. They tried to call me, but I declined. Lily texted, "Marilyn, we're family. Don't be like this." Mom left a voicemail, her voice trembling, saying it had all gotten out of hand and asking to talk. But I forwarded the voicemail to my lawyer. Finally, on Friday, my lawyer informed me that they'd accepted the $45,000 settlement. The money was wired to my account that day. I then sent an email to my family, formally disengaging as their free accountant and technical support. I detailed all their financial deadlines and tax obligations, making it clear they needed to handle things on their own. My phone immediately started buzzing with texts and calls from them, but I silenced it. Standing at my studio window, looking out at the city, I felt a sense of freedom. I picked up my camera, the one thing I'd always loved, and took a picture of the city skyline. This was my new beginning, free from the chains of a family that only saw me as a resource. As Mark came in with 2 champagne flutes to toast my new studio, he asked, "Are you sure you can handle the finances of this place?" I laughed. "I think I've got it covered. My accounting skills are finally working for me." Later that evening, I got a text from Mom. "It's been a year. I miss you. Can we talk?" A year ago, this message would have broken me. But now, I typed, "I've forgiven you for my own peace, but I'm not reopening that door. I wish you well." Then I put my phone on silent and returned to editing client photos, feeling truly at peace.